Good day, podcast listeners. We hope it is a good day for you. We hope you're staying safe and healthy still. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Kelly.
Kelly's dancing. I think
I'm dancing.
She's like, I'm super tired today, but you look like you're energetic, so I don't know.
Well,
maybe
I'm trying
you're
to make myself out.
Yeah. Pump yourself
Pump the
up.
music, you know?
I need to do that today too. I'm like, well, I was telling her I just kept waking up a lot in the morning, and last night it was like hailing golf balls or something. So that was really loud. And we were saying how like it's very relaxing to sleep during rain. It's a natural noisemaker.
And it's soothing. Like
it's so soothing.
As long as it's not a repetitive sound.
Yeah. Ugh, like a ticking clock.
Right.
I hate
then
that.
Any kind of noise when I'm going to sleep is like, ah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Like, I love it.
I love it too, but last night it started out great. As I fell asleep, it was beautiful, super calming, relaxing rain. I have a skylight in my room, so it's just like, if it's raining, you can hear it and it's not like too overwhelming. But then both of us, I guess we got up probably around the same time last night, and it was like, straight up like golf balls hitting the skylight in my room, and I was like, oh my god, this is really aggressive. I liked it, and now I'm kind of scared.
I was gonna say, do you not feel like I for sure would wake up and be like, wow, that is going to break in 2 seconds.
That's actually what my thought was last night.
Okay,
I was
good.
like, you see those videos like on the news where they say like basketball sized hail went through a car window, and I'm like, that's gonna happen to me. Last night I was like, I'm gonna die tonight because of a basketball sized piece of hail comes through my window and lands on me while I'm sleeping.
Especially when you wake up and you're like in a haze and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die
here. That's why I kind of like moved over to like the side of my bed last night, because I was like, well, if it happens, it can't hit me over here. I'll be fine.
I remember one time I had this like dream that a shark came through my window. I remember this dream, Brittany, like you would not believe.
Like Sharknado.
Through my window. First of all, shark's not fitting through my window. Second of all,
the baby shark.
Oh, there. Okay, fine. My solution to that was to move to the floor.
Why?
I don't know. This is what I mean. You wake up and you're like, oh god, the shark. And then I'm like, don't worry, I'll fix it, and just slept on the floor. I don't know.
You like actually moved off of your bed onto the floor. That is so funny.
Anyway, welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
Where we have topic ideas and go off topic frequently.
And that's probably what today's episode is going to be all about, guys.
Welcome to our chat.
Yeah, if you are new to our podcast, we are called Not Your Therapists, with an S at the end, because there's 2 of us. And typically we do talk about, you know, we try to cover some serious issues as far as mental health goes, different people's journeys with different situations and obstacles. But you know what? Sometimes we need to take a break from that, and we like to keep it lighthearted and still kind of cover a little bit of psychology in these episodes.
And kind of just everyday occurrences that we all kind of go through, whether they're serious or not. I think that it's cool to just cover.
It's interesting to find out how, like, what people's thought processes are for just regular everyday things. There's definitely a lot of psychology that goes into that, because you have reasoning for why you do it, and you're like, I can explain why I put the toilet paper on the roll with it facing backwards, and the toilet paper comes from like the back of the toilet paper roll, which I do not support.
Oh god, we're gonna get into this, aren't we?
Oh, we're getting into it.
I can't wait. You're gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna pop off in this episode because of friggin' toilet paper.
Turn your volume down.
Yeah, we'll get to that for sure.
You know what, Brittany? Why don't we start with that?
Okay, we could start with toilet paper. We'll get it out because, like, I feel like this is my biggest pet peeves. So sorry to those of you out there who do this, but I'm sure in your mind you have valid reasons for why you do this. This has been also just all over the internet as like a meme, as a topic of discussion. and that is what direction you put the toilet paper on the holder. I do not understand how you can validate putting the toilet paper roll on backwards. Kelly,
You are
please.
so passionate about this.
I am so
dead.
we were at a bar class together, and I think I told you I came out of the bathroom and I was like, Kelly, I had to switch the toilet paper in that bathroom because it was on the like backwards way, and I couldn't just allow people to continue to use that toilet paper roll with it being on the backwards way. I have to have the toilet paper like coming towards you,
like over the top.
yeah, over the top. So
Got
like
it.
in the front of the toilet paper roll. Why does this bother you? Like, is this something that you actively think about every time you put a new roll of toilet paper on the holder?
I am so sorry to tell you this,
Oh,
but
no.
I do not notice and I do not care.
You know, I'll accept that because it's better than doing it the other way purposely.
I do have to say, though, one time I saw this like meme or video or something. Someone put the toilet paper on the way that you're speaking of, and there was a spider hiding underneath it.
Oh my God, I've seen that before. Not gonna lie, I now check the toilet paper roll every single time I either put a new roll on it or I take one off.
Okay, well,
Because I'm
devil's
terrified there will be a
advocate.
spider in there.
Right. Why don't you just don't do that and put it on the other way?
Why does it matter?
Because then you know they're not going to be spiders on there. Because you see the
What do you
entire
mean?
roll while it's coming out. You see the top of the roll and the bottom of the roll. Whereas if it's coming over the top, you only see the top.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I've seen one where the spider was inside the roll. So like on the inner part.
Oh, no. I'm talking about like on the underside of the roll that you don't see
Oh,
when you're...
that's so terrifying. Yeah, no, I haven't actually seen that one. I've seen the one where the spider was hiding inside the roll. Ew, I think I would just run out of the bathroom. Like, I can't imagine a situation where I would stay in that bathroom. Ugh. Thank God I have a bidet.
So true.
Yeah. I'd be like, nope, not wiping today, y'all. Just
No
using the
thanks.
bidet.
The toilet paper stays where it is. Spiders
It
living
is.
in it. Welcome home.
He owns that bathroom now. He can stay there as long as he wants. Oh, I freaking hate spiders.
Me too.
But not enough to kill them.
I try not to.
We'll do everything we can to not kill a spider. They're good for the world, honestly.
They're so good. No, that's very true.
Yeah.
And I totally get it. I respect the crap out of them.
Yeah,
and I
do
truly,
too.
truly wish I wasn't as afraid of them as I am. I don't know why I am, but
I don't know why either. Is it like engraved in our brains to be afraid of spiders? I don't know if it's because like they have fangs or if it's because they have 8 legs and that's just not normal. They are terrifying. Like, I get like a real phobia response when I see even just a picture of a spider. Like, my heart rate goes up.
me too.
I like get
don't like it.
It's very weird because I've never had any like actual bad experiences other than the fact that they like invade our homes, and it's kind of just scary to have this like, ew, I'm getting all freaked out now.
And topic
I looked
over.
up at my ceiling. Yeah, I was like,
Ew.
are there any spiders in here? Please don't.
Okay, have you ever been bit by a spider though?
I think I have, but it wasn't like I think if it had bit me, it was when I was sleeping. So I woke up and I had this super, super itchy spot on my leg. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen when I get bit by mosquitoes.
Oh God.
Or, yeah, whatever it is. They swell up like crazy. But I had a very similar, I don't know if it was an allergic reaction or something, but it was on my leg. And it swelled up to like the size of my whole entire calf. Like the back of my leg, that
What?
whole calf area was like swollen and extremely itchy and red and puffy. So it was like at the night time-ish, we went to like a clinic or something because there wasn't any other places that were open. And my parents were like, this is when I was about 8 years old, and they were like, maybe we should like take her somewhere because this isn't getting any better. And then the doctor was like, oh, that looks like it's probably a spider bite. I just went with it. I'm assuming it bit me when I was sleeping or something, and it probably wasn't anything big. It was probably just like a little tiny bug, even if it wasn't a spider. And it didn't hurt or anything. It just was super itchy.
So crazy.
Yeah, so he gave me some like medicine to like make the swelling go down. My mom has actually been bit by a brown recluse. They're like the second most poisonous spider or something in the world, and she has like a huge scar on her leg because of it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Where was she in Tennessee?
Yeah, in Tennessee.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. She had a blanket that was in a shed and put the blanket on top of her while they were watching the fireworks, and it bit her. And then she had like the venom like literally disintegrates your flesh over time.
Okay, I
kind of like
this.
a black widow. I know. End of story. She has a big scar, really bad. But like I've definitely questioned if I've been bit by spiders again after that experience.
Well, yeah, I feel like anytime something happens, well, I have this situation with my thumb right now, and it's like swelling up and it's super itchy, but I don't have like a cut.
Oh, well, that's weird.
And so I don't know what's going on. And right now, obviously, it's super hard. You can't just go into a clinic. I mean, we're recording this at the beginning of May, so we're still deep into quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like I can FaceTime somebody and be like, look at my thumb, but you can't really see anything. It's like inside. I can feel it inside.
Oh, that's so strange.
You'll be happy to know that I now have my medical degree in Googling.
What have you found out that you have? What's going on?
I either have bone cancer.
No.
An insect bite. Just like such ridiculous thing. Oh, rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
Gout. I was just like, okay, this is too much for me. I Google everything for myself, for my animals.
Mm-hmm. I used to be like somewhat obsessive about Googling.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so like now I don't really do it much anymore because I used to Google like the smallest, tiniest things and be like, oh my God, I have skin cancer. Oh my God, I have bone cancer. Oh my God, I have brain cancer. Like everything was the worst case scenario on the internet. Oh, and I also thought I was having a stroke once because one of my pupils was bigger than the other one. But that wasn't because of Googling. That was my friend being like, you know, that means that you're like having a stroke, right? And this was in high school. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. So I like made an appointment with the eye doctor. And I was like, am I dying? Am I still having a stroke? What's going on?
2 weeks later, is the stroke still happening? Just want to know.
She's like, you're actually fine. And she told me some very good information that if this happens to you and you notice like one of your pupils is bigger than the other one, first off, if you are a Caucasian woman with light eyes, it is extremely common for that to happen, is to have uneven pupil dilation, I guess. Yeah, I was like, cool, learned something new. And she was like, nothing's wrong as long as the pupils are still reactive to light. So that was a very nice thing that she told me. If it ever happens to me again, which it does often, I'm like, I'll close my eye and then open it and then see if it goes like a little smaller. And it does. And I'm like, cool, I'm not dying.
What I tend to do too is that, so I have this thumb thing going on. And then like, for example, if my arm starts hurting, I'll be like, thumb swollen plus arm hurting. What is wrong? And I'm like, are they connected? Let me check.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I'm the worst. I'm literally the worst. Jesus, take the wheel when I have children because they're going to like sneeze and I'm going to like, I think it is okay to have that fear, obviously. But the other day I made cauliflower mashed potatoes and like you put some like garlic in it, garlic cloves. Spencer put some in Tucker's bowl and he ate it. And I was like, Spencer, garlic is poisonous to dogs.
Oh no.
So then I was like Googling the symptoms and he was like, Kelly, can you just calm down? It was like a dollop of the cauliflower. And I was like, well, the symptoms, it says that they don't appear for 1 to 2 days. So now I'm going to monitor everything. And oh my God, I'm such a psychopath.
No, I do the same thing. So like if someone's eating something or making something and they go like, oh, can I give some to Luna? I immediately Google, like, are blueberries toxic to dogs? Like, every single thing. One time I spilled half a can of beans on the ground, and I was like, ugh, I don't want to clean this up. And Luna was, like, ready to just, like, pounce on all of those beans. And I was like, this will be perfect if she can have beans, because she'll clean them all up for me. So I had to Google, are beans toxic to dogs? And it was like, actually, beans are a great source of vitamins for dogs. And I was like, cool, Luna, get at her. But I will, like, don't do it. Like, I made her stay in one spot because I was like,
Gotta
this
Google
is a
first.
lot. Yeah, so I will Google every single thing before she eats it. Also, she has a lot of allergies, so I have her list of allergies on my phone, and I'll go double check, like, is this what she's allergic to? I pretty much know them, like, by heart now. But other, like, random foods, she ain't getting nothing until it's Googled.
Well, good. I'm not the only one.
No, I'm sure there's lots of people out there that do the same, especially Googling your own symptoms, which, if you are doing that, cool, but don't become obsessive about it like I did, because literally every week I was like, I have some sort of incurable disease. You could get sucked into it really quickly. I was told by both of, like, my eye doctor and my regular doctor, they're like, maybe you should stop Googling things.
Just so nicely, like, Brittany, I think I might have a solution to your illnesses. And you're like,
Yeah.
what? Do I need chemotherapy? And you're like, no, you just need to stop Googling. And you're like,
exactly.
Oh, okay.
If you're actually concerned about something, please go seek medical attention.
Of course.
Don't self-diagnose. It's not a healthy thing to do, but honestly, if you are concerned about it, if it's not normal, please go seek attention.
Yeah, and I think it's a big source of anxiety for people.
Oh, just 100%.
Worrying all the time. And I totally get that, because I'm also that way in a lot of ways. So I think just recognizing what's going on and, you know, kind of make like a list and then
go to your doctor. See if these things are normal. Totally fine. But the whole self-diagnosing, don't worry until you get actual professional word on what is going on, because, like, you can literally drive yourself crazy thinking that you have all of these crazy incurable diseases before you're actually told, like, maybe you do have something, but, like, the doctor would know. Don't, like, don't convince yourself that you have something going on, because you ain't a doctor, and neither is Google.
Much easier said than done, of course.
Of course.
It's a good starting point to start thinking that way.
Exactly.
Sure.
Like, it took me years to chill out with that.
Hypochondria is real, seriously.
Oh, God. I was deep into it, that's for sure.
I'm afraid of what it's going to be like after this, honestly. After this
Everybody's
is all
going to
over,
think, like, yeah.
Everybody is like a walking virus right now. Even if not a lot of people in your province or place have it, or even if there is a lot of people, it's just like, I don't know how the heck humankind is going to move on and be social and go to things ever again. It'll pass, obviously, but it's just like, holy cow, how far in the future is that?
Yeah, I've gotten so comfortable, and it's become so normalized, if that's a word, to avoid people. Walking down the sidewalk, I don't even think about it. I will go, like, off the sidewalk to walk around people, and it's just like a normal thing that you do that I feel like is probably not a bad thing to continue doing, because it'll help prevent the spread of normal things like the flu. I don't know. I think that some of the things that we're doing now are probably good to continue into the future.
I said that from the beginning. Some of the practices that were coming out right at the beginning were excellent daily things that everyone should be doing, just in general.
Wash your freaking hands. Don't touch your face. That should be a thing that we continue to do forever. You can contract so many other things besides the coronavirus that can be potentially life-threatening. So, like, I think it's great to continue to do some of the stuff. Like, I will disinfect my phone. I've been disinfecting my phone for a long time because I know that it's just like a dirty thing that doesn't get cleaned very often. I am usually pretty good about not touching my face.
That's one thing that I'm awful at.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, I'm okay with it, but obviously it's not like something that we were constantly told to do before. If I'm on public transit, I'm like, okay, if I touch anything, don't touch my face after, because that's gross. Hours later, if you still haven't washed your hands, you've probably forgotten that you had touched like a railing on a SkyTrain pole or something. Like, it's
there's going to need to be a good balance, because if you completely remove yourself from any toxicity, anything anywhere, then your immune system's going to be crap.
Oh yeah, so true. You won't have anything to build it up.
Right. It's going to be a weird time for a long time.
It's going to be weird standing next to strangers after.
Yeah, like friends are a little bit different in that you kind of know where they're going, what they're doing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how far the degrees of separation go. Like if I go see Brittany and then Brittany is with her dad who went to work with a guy who's white, you know, like how far does it go? Although I think you're more comfortable with friends and you spend more time with friends. Whereas if you're going to a grocery store and someone sneezes on you, I feel like that is going to be the worst thing in the world for us so long. People are going to be like,
even right now, like a woman coughed. We were at Home Depot because Home Depot is still open for like building supplies and stuff like that. We had to go get some things for the basement. And this woman coughed in the aisle that we were walking down. And my mom and I just both like stopped in our tracks and backed up. We were like, nope.
It's awful.
And that's... Yeah, I know. And it's not something that we would have done before. Like, obviously, if somebody's coughing disgustingly next to you, you're going to be like, oh, like, try to get away. But this woman, she was just like, like, just like a simple little cough. And we're like, and then just kind of like, we'll go down the other aisle because I don't want to risk it. And I feel like that's going to continue into, like, the future for a long time.
I know. It's very concerning. And I have pretty bad allergies. They haven't been too bad lately, but I've had the urge to like sneeze and or cough while I was walking, and no joke, I was walking by like a construction site and I was like, I can't do it. I hold it in, sister, like get it together. And then it was like, that is so awful. I've just like created a brain aneurysm by holding in my sneeze. Like,
yeah,
it's like, oh, so annoying.
I did the same thing walking by a man who was walking his dog. I was out walking Luna. And I had to walk, like, past him, obviously, like, from a distance. But I had to sneeze so bad, like, right before I saw him. And then I also literally had to hold it in until he got far enough away that I was like, if I sneeze, he's not going to be, like, freak out because I'm too close or anything. So I, like, made sure I sneezed, like, very obviously and, like, very well into my elbow and, like, my jacket thing that I was wearing. And I was like, oh, God, please don't judge me. I'm pretty sure I don't have coronavirus. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that you're not offended by the sneeze. And, like, it wasn't as big of a deal before. And now it's, like, the only thing that you, like, your mind will just, like, zoom in on somebody coughing. And you're like, oh, they have coronavirus. Okay, speaking of the toilet paper situation that we had before, it definitely reminds me of a few things where people could prefer a different order or a different way of doing things. So actually, I'm going to ask you, because this is another like very popular one that has to do with the toilet paper kind of order of things. Some people will put the milk in their bowl before they put their cereal in the bowl.
Excuse
I can
me?
tell by your face. Yeah, that is so... I don't know a single person that does this, but apparently, according to the internet, there are quite a few people out there that will put the milk in before the cereal.
Who are you?
That makes no sense to me. Yeah. I put the cereal in first because it's the main part of my, like, breakfast meal. Then once the cereal's in, you can tell how much milk you need.
I more so use the milk as, like, a way to get it wet.
Yeah, just kind of, like, gently soften the cereal.
Exactly. I have maybe, like, a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of milk left when I'm done.
I don't like a lot of milk in my cereal. It's very strange, and I'm like... The people who put the milk in first probably just want to drink the milk that is slightly flavored by the cereal.
Yeah, I guess so. Because, yeah, like, how do you know how much cereal you're going to pour? What if more cereal comes out? What if you accidentally want more cereal, like me usually?
Okay, so I have some this or that questions for you.
Okay.
Lake or ocean?
Swimming, lake.
What about, like, sitting next to...
That I don't. I doesn't really matter.
Actually, we're getting too deep into
I know.
it.
Swimming. I want to be in a lake.
Okay. Would you rather do your nails at home or just like only get your nails done professionally, but you'd have to pay for it?
Yeah, I hate doing my nails at home. I suck. So.
Oh, okay. So you go professional, get your nails done.
But I don't do it all the time, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Would you rather take a bath for the rest of your life or a shower for the rest of your life?
100%.
I think I would too, actually. I was like, maybe a couple of years ago, I would have been like bath all the way because I was like super into just like always bath bomb, have a nice bubble bath, watch like a Netflix show while I'm taking a bath. And now I'm like, I don't know, showers are just so much like quicker and easier. Like they don't take a long time.
I never wash myself in the bath. When I take a bath, I'm like relaxing, and then usually I get up and take a shower after to like wash myself because I feel weird like in a bath, wash myself, and then I'm like sitting in my own stiff.
Yeah, that's what everybody
it's
says.
It's the same thing. Like you're already, but I don't know. I just have this weird thing. So shower for sure.
So yeah, I'd probably go with shower too. I love a bath every now and then, but like probably shower. Are you more productive at night or during the day?
During the day.
I am the opposite.
This is something I talked about with my naturopath. I feel like I crash every single day around dinner time. So like 4, 5, 6, and I'm like done.
I don't ever want to do anything productive during the day. I feel like I don't get useful until maybe 2 o'clock. And then I'm most productive and like I get the urges to like reorganize my room when it's like 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. Oh my God,
that's so crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've never really been a morning I've literally, for as long as I can remember, I've never been a morning person. And I've always been the most creative and productive at night. It's very weird and very unfortunate because most things like work-wise have to be done during the day, especially with filming because I need that natural light. But I'm like, I don't want to film until later. It just doesn't work with my
That's why all of Brittany's videos are in golden hour.
Yeah, because I'm too lazy to start filming until later. It's great in the summer though because it stays light out so late. Yeah. So I'm like, I could film at like 4 o'clock and it would be
perfect,
just as bright as it is at like 6 or 7. It's great. Would you rather take a trip with your girlfriends or with Spencer?
That is so hard. I don't like that
one.
That's so hard.
Yeah. I feel like it's such a hard question because both are great for two different reasons.
Exactly. That is like a full 50-50 split because I love going on vacation with Spencer. Like, I feel like I get most excited for that. Actually, I can't even say that, but Spencer and I and another couple, we go on road trips, and those are like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Like, we've been talking about it, like, for this summer, are we going to be able to go? We've been talking about buying a tent trailer, and it's just like, but that's not with my girlfriends. With the girlfriends is just so much. Everybody needs that.
I think so too. I think it's great to do both.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd be able to choose like one or the other because like I think to my trip to Hawaii, that was with our friend and his girlfriend, but also it was with Jesse. And it was so nice, just me and him, because like we spent a week together and then we spent a week with our friends.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Yeah, so it was great. Like half of the trip was with our friends and then the other half was just me and Jesse, and it was just so nice. Like we got to do whatever we wanted. There was nobody like, obviously with other people you have to kind of be concerned about, is everybody happy? Is everybody getting to do what they want to do?
Which I'm really bad for. That's one of the things that caused me anxiety. So it's like, that's the only reason that would push me away from doing something like that.
There's a lot of opportunities for someone to get upset in a trip with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But then also the trip with like just girls just is so much fun. Like it's a totally different dynamic. But
I would almost say I would rather go on a trip with a bunch of people, not necessarily girls, over only going with Spencer.
I think so too. With your trips that you take with another couple, like that's also so much fun too, because then you have a chance to like just hang out with your spouse or significant other, but then you also have a chance to like hang out with your friend there, and then your spouse can hang out with like his friend. So it's nice, like you always have something to do.
And that's exactly what it is. Like after the wedding, our friends from Ontario were here and the guys went golfing and then the girls went on a wine tour. You know, like there's just so many more things to do.
Exactly.
Which I like.
Lots of options, and I like options. There's one that I'm curious, like you've had very blonde hair before.
Oopsie.
And would you ever try like bleaching your own hair?
No.
I don't think I would either.
Never. I wouldn't touch my hair myself with like anything.
Yeah, I used to dye my hair all the time at home, and it would be like a darker brown. I feel like roots are more noticeable when you dye your hair a darker color, because it's like my hair's light and then they start to like, it grows out looking extra light.
Well, it's like the contrast.
I don't know if I would do my own hair color at home ever again.
Since I've known Spencer, I've never dyed it.
Yeah, but you have a very nice natural hair color.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and it's so, guys, her hair, I've like braided her hair before and done like different hairstyles for our dance shows that we used to do. It is like pure silk. I want to say almost hard to work with because it's so soft.
I feel bad like complaining about it, but everyone's going to complain about their own hair. With it being as soft as it is, I can barely do anything to it. Like nothing holds. It's too like silky and it just like falls out and it's very greasy.
It looks great though. Like it's super shiny.
Thanks.
You have very healthy hair. I think that's all the like this or that questions that I had.
Okay, well, I wanted to talk to you about snooping, both like in general and also like on people or like on your spouse.
Like through like
their
Facebook,
phone,
social
sure.
media,
Yeah,
phone.
whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Because I am like a snoop machine in general. I hate surprises. I don't hate surprises. Like if I was genuinely surprised, I'd be like, wow, that's great. That's wonderful.
Right.
But I hate knowing about a surprise. Like I hate when Spencer's like, bought your birthday present today. I'm like, oh, really? Sit down. We're going to talk. You're going to tell me everything that you just bought. I ask him
I can't do that.
every single day. I'll be like, what'd you get me for birthday? What'd you get me for Christmas? What'd you get me?
Yeah.
Like you have to tell me.
I don't do that. Even as a child, I never like looked for Christmas presents. I always wanted to be surprised. I don't know. I feel like I don't know many other kids that were like me that wanted to be surprised. Everyone's like, I need to know right now. And I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be so exciting when I wake up on Christmas morning and I have no idea what's in the packages.
Oh
like
my
I wanted
God.
that genuine reaction. I don't know. I was patient in that sense, but other ways, no.
God bless you. I think my mom already knows this, but I would search every single inch of the house for birthday gifts, whatever. And I do it now too. Like Spencer knows.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, don't hide it somewhere where you know I'm going to look because I'm going to look there. Like, I'm sorry.
Years ago, I had accidentally found some presents that were like for me for my birthday or Christmas. And I was like, oh, even though like I was super happy, obviously, but I was just like, oh, I accidentally found them. And now it's not going to be a surprise when I open them. Like, I think I just really like the surprise, like the genuine, like, oh my God, I can't believe you actually did that. Or I can't believe you got that. And it's funny because I am probably the least patient person in every other aspect of my life, except for like presents. Don't show me, don't give me any hints, don't tell me anything. Like, I want to be surprised.
That's what I'm the worst with too. I'm like, can you give me a hint? And then Spencer will be like, oh, it's from this place. I'm like, that's not good enough. You need to tell me. So like, basically it's not good enough. I don't know the answer. So now you have to give me another one.
Yeah, now you have to basically tell me what it is without like actually telling me.
But on the other hand, snooping on other people, I used to be terrible at that also. But then I realized that if you go looking for something, you are going to find something. And it doesn't have to be anything like crazy, like, oh my God, your boyfriend's cheating on you, but you're going to find something that you don't like, even if it's him liking a girl's picture.
It'll be anything that you could find that you could look at in the wrong way, for sure.
Yeah. So I used to do it a lot. Not with Spencer. I don't ever remember doing it with Spencer, but my ex-boyfriend, I would, oh my God, all the time. And then it'd be like, who's this bitch? Who's this bitch? And that's how I became a psychopath. But no, now I don't even look at who Spencer's following.
I don't either.
Because if he's following like modelmagazinegirls.com, I'd be like, why? Am I not good enough? Am I not a model magazine girl?
Yeah. I think that maybe part of it has to do with me liking surprises and not knowing things when I'm not supposed to know them yet. I don't think I'm that big of a snooper. If Jesse's texting somebody, I'm not gonna be like staring at his phone like, oh my god, who is that? I don't think I've looked through his following on Instagram. I think I've seen him going through his like Instagram and I'm like, why are you following that person? That's weird.
Oh, like if you're beside him or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever like actually looked through who he's following like on social media. If he happens to be next to me and I see it, he's obviously not trying to hide anything, because why would he just be like going through everything on his phone and like literally have me next to him? So I don't think I feel the need to like purposely snoop for him. I think I've snooped on friends through their social media to be like, who are you following? You have a girlfriend. Why are you following this person? Why are you talking to this person? Why are you commenting on their page? Like, I've definitely looked into that for sure.
I along with being a medical doctor, I'm also a professional detective as well. Yeah.
Kelly's super useful in like every profession that there is out there. Like, if I ever need something snooped, I will 100% go to you.
Yeah. I just found too that I'm not naturally a jealous person at all. So like I'm protective, and Spencer has a lot of girls that are friends. I trust him and I don't need to know what he's like doing or saying. Like if Spencer was texting Brittany, I wouldn't care about that. But even girls that I'm not necessarily close with, that he's friends with, that he's worked with before, or that he's been friends with for a long time, that I don't have a relationship with for whatever reason, I just remove myself and let that relationship happen, because I think everybody deserves to have relationships. And I think that like getting yourself into that pool of wondering what they're saying, are they flirting, what are they talking about, can create a jealous like overlay when you don't want it.
100%. I think I was more like Snoopy in high school. I would definitely get jealous in high school for sure. Jesse used to hang out with girls that didn't like me, and that was before he started dating me, because around that time, like, he didn't really hang out with them very much, but it always like worried me, because there was like some girls in high school, they would be like, why are you dating her, she's such a loser, to Jesse. And I never told him like, you're not allowed to talk to them anymore, because like I didn't want to be that person. I didn't like him talking to those girls because they were constantly telling him that he shouldn't be with me.
Yeah, that's really hard.
So in high school, that definitely created a lot of problems, but he just like stopped talking to them because they were just bitches.
Well, yeah, like, I was gonna say that's a very different, but
yeah. So like in high school, I guess I was more like I wanted to know things more, because I was like,
because they were about you.
Exactly. I was like, what are they saying about me? And they were basically trying to convince him like not to date me, which obviously didn't work. Thank you. Cool, Jesse. Thanks for not listening to them. But like, it was so, I don't know. It was more just like hurtful that I was like, I never did anything to you. So like, I had like a jealousy thing there if they would, like, if I did see them go up to Jesse to talk or anything, but I'm just like, well, he's still with me, so I guess he's not listening to what they're saying.
So I think that about wraps up today's episode. Just a little chit chat with Kelly and Brittany.
I feel like these chit chat episodes will be very nice to just kind of like literally talk about anything.
Yeah.
There's so many topics that we could talk about.
My God.
And like you said in the beginning, we go off topic a lot. So this is a perfect way to just like allow ourselves to go off topic and then just talk about whatever's on our minds.
So let's talk about our therapy for the week. My favorite part.
I love this part. My therapy for the week is very hands-on. I asked you earlier in this episode if you like to do your nails, like if you would do your nails at home or if you would only get them done professionally. I have been really enjoying doing my nails at home. I've been doing polygel nails. So it's like, I think it's like a cross between gel and acrylic or something. And I'm getting pretty good at it. Like, it's been really fun to just kind of like see the progression of like doing it at home, because I used to get acrylic nails all the time a few years ago, and it's expensive getting your nails done. And I used to do like nail art all the time just on my own because I just really enjoy doing like creative type things at home.
When you do them again, are you just filling them in like you do when you get your nails done, or do you actually take them off and re-put them on?
Last time I left them way too long, so they were kind of coming off on their own. But I think this next time, because I'm way happier with how they turned out, I'm going to probably fill them or attempt to, because I've never done that before. I'm still a total noob when it comes to this, but I'm improving, and it's kind of interesting to see like the difference between all the different times that I've done them and they're actually staying on.
Mine for the week is organizing. We've gotten a few things done around the house because we also did a big renovation on our basement. So we've been getting things like off the floor and actually like into things, building the shelves and building the closet and doing all that kind of stuff. And I made a little picture wall that I'm super excited about. I ordered my pictures. Can't wait. And yeah, so that is just like such a exhilarating feeling for me. I love organizing. I love seeing after organizing, like walking by something and being like, you look nice.
Yeah. When everything is organized, it makes your life feel organized and your brain feel organized. For my room to be as messy as it is, where I like do all my filming, recording these episodes, it's hectic, very chaotic. I honestly hate it because it makes me feel very frazzled. So you saying that you've been doing that this week, I'm probably going to also do it this week. And maybe next week's therapy will also be organizing for me.
Inspo.
Yeah, you're inspiring me, Kelly. Well, I think that is all that we're going to say in today's episode. Obviously, you can reach out to us if you have any questions or comments or requests on what you would like us to talk about. And you can do that at notyourtherapists on Instagram, and then email us at notyourtherapists@gmail.com.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We truly appreciate all of you. Until next time.
Arrivederci.